I'm going to make this clear right here, right now. If any of you make me laugh again, you will not be on the show.
Yeah, Digny, lay off the liquor before the shows.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
Cartoons only get hiccups when they're drunk.
Quiet, Slay. 2.2 is the following. Antifa infiltrates a sewer straight from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now, folks, after being classified as a terrorist organization, stop laughing at me for cupping, you woman. Okay, after being designated a terrorist organization, Antifa have reduced themselves to hiding in the sewer to escape the authorities' grasp, okay? As Elijah's dogs dance around after buildings collapse. We're going to start off with Noise. Noise, what do you make of this topic in question?
Well, it's rather suiting for them to be in the sewers where they kind of belong. But I mean, what a way to prove you're a terrorist organization. It'd be like put the word out. We're going underground. We're underground in the sewers. Okay. They are. They have no centralized organization, but they are an organization. They are organized in a very sloppy way, and you got these Antifa people going, we're not even an organization, but we're calling for people to come together. I covered this in one video. He was calling for Antifa veterans to come together because Trump is sending the troops out. What a way to say you're not terrorists by going, let's get our war-trained people together against the military to say we're not terrorists. What?
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you for that. Now we move on to Elijah. Stop laughing at me, woman. You're old and have menopause, okay? What do you make of this topic in question?
Well, I think I look pretty damn good for my age, and at least I got an excuse for looking as old as I do. But anyway, I digress. I think what happens with things like that is they start small, and then they keep going until they get better funding, and that's when things really have to be watched. You have to watch it from the beginning anyway. But the more organized they get, and they will get more organized, they're going to start doing things on a government level if something doesn't change. So it's always good to keep an eye on things like this to see how things are going to go and stuff like that, because very bad things start out very, very small. And that's just my thoughts on it.
Yeah.
Indeed, and we appreciate you, Elijah, and your dogs. We're going to get Jose's perspective next while I struggle to speak without hiccuping. Jose, what do you make of Antifa in the sewer?
Well, first off, when Noise says that terrorists tend to flock to, under the sewers, I immediately think of a situation where a certain organized group was found in the sewers of New York City about a year ago. And I'm not going to say which group because I don't have a pager near me, but if I did, it might explode if I named them. I'm just saying there was another group in the sewers with some bloody mattresses about a year ago. All right. But with Antifa, these people have thought that, they try to do this excuse, just an idea. I had 5 days of these people in my mentions because I try to get Final Fantasy 14 to take down Antifa named guilds. And the funny thing about it is they will tell you it's just an idea, but you can find entire websites where they're organizing. You can find Facebook groups where they're organizing, where they coordinate, where they decide that they're going to show up at an event at such and such time and date. That is no longer an idea. That is a group. That is intent. That is creating a situation that you're going to conduct some kind of chaos within. Now they're hiding, and the funny thing about it is these delusional weirdos probably think that they have something in common with Anne Frank, hiding from the fascists, from the mean man with the mustache. They're going to make those comparisons. These people are deluded from reality. Quite frankly, they're right where they belong with all of the human feces and other material, other waste, and they should stay there. I think what we should do is make sure they never come back out of the sewer. Let that be their punishment. Let them waddle in their filth and leave them there. I'm glad that our government has finally decided to designate these people the terrorist organization in which they are. And, like Elijah just said, we got to look at the money. We have to look at the money. We have to look at people like George Soros and other groups that are funding these people, because we know that when they go to these, just an idea events and try to heckle people, it's suddenly like a power up in a video game, a random pallet of bricks spawns. Oh, how did that happen? Oh, look, here's a crate with some Molotov cocktails. Oh, who brought that? The stork? Where did it come from? I'm so tired of these people, and I'm glad they're finally getting their comeuppance. It's only a shame that it's taken so long. All of this should have happened in Trump's first term. It shouldn't have waited till his second.
I'll tell you this, ladies and gentlemen, just like the ballpoint pen with Anne Frank in regards to writing her diary, I hope that Antifa use hologram technology, which also wasn't invented during that period. I find it very interesting, especially with this thumbnail, because this was from Smash JT's live channel, which it used to be his clip channel until I convinced him to put his clips on his main channel, and it's been doing wonders for his main channel. It looks like he made the right half of this thumbnail, and he hired an Indian to do the left half. I have never seen thumbnail design like this before, and I'm the one who usually makes shitty thumbnails, folks. Okay, and so did my mentor. All right, I was taught the same style, so that's why my thumbnails are quite similar to my mentors. But yeah, this is very diverse, very inclusive. And, ladies and gentlemen, the guy who probably did the left half of this thumbnail, Smash paid in soap so that he would never have to interact with this Indian Gupta again. Because, guys, did you know using soap in India gets you the death penalty? What about you, Roder? What do you make of this topic in question? The idea that Antifa's hideout has been exposed straight out of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Well, first of all, if you're getting a shitty thumbnail, then you need better quality toilet paper. But I thought this was in Manchester. I thought this was in England. Not that that's remotely relevant.
Antifa is an idea. It can exist in America. It can exist.
I know it's. I know it's worldwide.
In England, because that's how you Americans call it. England.
Okay. I mean, that's fair enough. We can understand that. It makes sense. Well, it's very telling. I think they're kind of trying to almost like anti-glamorize it, if that makes any sense. Like that, they're trying to look like the cool, edgy people. They're trying to bring young people in that way by like, oh, look at us, we're roughing it, we're so cool, and yeah, if it's really a sewer, then I do suggest that everybody flushes their toilet at the same time.
I gotta ask, how do all you over there in Dandyland say England?
England. We don't know where Wales is. We don't know where Scotland is. We don't know where Ireland is, except when we're given the IRA terrorist weapons.
Look, all of these places could fit in a county in America, not just a state, but in some counties. It's like, so yeah, you start pointing out counties to me, maybe we'll start talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
How about a country the size of Alabama that has more economic wealth than the entire eastern seaboard. Yes, we do have a knife problem. Blame Boko Haram. Slay, to get back to the topic, Slay, what do you make of the Antifa sewer project after an influx of Indians joined the organization?
Oh. So Antifa, that's what I call them. And I take great pleasure in everything that's being brought upon them right now, because it was a self-proclaimed Antifa member that tried to get me swatted a few years ago. And I'm glad to see that this sort of thing will probably, hopefully never happen again. But, like to your guys' point, they're trying to like look like they're the cool ones. They're trying to make themselves out to be the superheroes in this ideological war and acting like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles when really they're the post-teen brainwashed ninja gay wads.
Noise polluters, closing